I wanted to record a video but my light kind of died, so that's going to be uh, yeah that's a problem. But yeah, I'm going to make the video anyways because 5 minutes and everything, and I haven't been here for a while. I just finished a book called Think and Grow Rich by, I think, Napoleon Hill, and the book was very informative, surprisingly. But a lot of the contents of the book were very outdated. The book was very old. I could tell from like just listening to it. I listened to the audiobook because these days I don't really read as much. But it did give me like some quotes, right? Some very important quotes that I pasted. They deserve their place in the wall there, right? And one of it is like stakes is directly proportional to the likelihood of goal achievement. I think I made a video on this channel about it, right? Another one of the lessons that I learned from this book was visualization and sexual transmutation, right? Sex transmutation, not sexual. Because when you add sexual to it, it sounds like I'm talking about an STD, like sexually transmitted disease. But sexual transmutation, right? And when it comes down to it, a lot of mental control can be speed run and speed run. Let me say speed run because run doesn't sound right. Can be speed run if you apply visualization practices, right? And how they work is you imagine a scenario where you beat your current vice, right? And for these visualizations to be effective, you have to imagine them in great detail, right? For instance, I've been doing something for the last 2 days ever since I finished the book, which is visualizing future me, right? And visualizing future me has been me literally embodying him, right? Like feeling the energy around him, the house that he's in. It's more of an apartment. It's a white apartment. And I have longer hair because obviously hair grows, right? And this hair, I'm trying to grow it so it would make sense that in the future I have longer hair, right? And in there I have a bit of more of beard, right? And why this is because I noticed my beard has been growing again. I'm shaving it again, but yeah, I noticed that more areas of my face starting to grow beard, right? So in the future, hopefully my beard connected, right? So yeah, that's that, right? And above all, right, the thing that I was thinking about is drawing when what I feel like drawing, right? And when it comes to the sexual transmutation part, right? Sex transmutation. Let me not say sexual. Sex transmutation. I think of a woman that I've already attracted, like it's like this person I match with in terms of personality and everything, right? But instead of like being a bit more vulgar or vague, like maybe I'm having intercourse with this person or what I think is maybe we do something that is suggestive, like a perfect visualization of this, right, would be like when you have you ever had a crush, right? And you are into the crush and the crush shows you interest, like she shows you interest, right? I'm not saying like shows you interest by just being friendly, no, I mean like she's engaging in your attraction in them, right? That's basically what I've been picturing because uh love and sex, right, are one of the biggest motivators of men in any time, any era, and everything. And this book is one thing that did teach me that. So I used the method last night, in fact, when I was feeling very demotivated. I had a pile of work, right, that I had to kind of wrap up because the day was through and I was delayed because of some randomness scrolling session that I inserted into the day. I got onto YouTube because of Brody Shreds. They were doing like a shred series and everything, and I wanted to see how far it was going. So I got distracted and I ended up watching something else. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take myself accountable for that. But I improved in handling that. I scrolled for way less time than previous days because I decided me getting to the future me with the long hair and everything is much more important. Time signing out. But sex transmutation is the best way to think, to apply it is like think the person you are attracted to, like your wife at the time or your girlfriend or whatnot, they're hugging you in a very suggestive way, right? But instead of you doing something suggestive, right, you just breathe in the energy, like you feel her like behind you, like you feel every inch of her body, like you feel her hands, you feel her chest, you feel her face, like everything, you feel it, right, onto you as you are visualizing, right? And then before you like instinctively try to do something suggestive or anything, you breathe in the energy once more, right? And then you lock into what you're doing, and I promise you will have way more energy. And each time you have a deficit, your brain will go back to the moment. But yeah, bye bye.